The Juneau School District passes next year's budget.
The ski season at Eagelcrest wraps up.
And the spring soccer season kicks off.
Also on the show, we take a look ahead at Musicfest.
And take blind feel without looking.
Plus calendar and weather, all right here on JDTV News. Hello, I'm your host, Darin.
And I'm your co-host, Serena. Welcome to JDTV News.
The Juneau School District has been taking some cuts due to lack of funds. One of the responses to the budget cuts is rising classes. There should be 5 more students in main classes during the upcoming year. To put it lightly, this Juneau School District spends over $1.4 million on energy alone. That doesn't include plumbing, faculty, or sports and coaches. There has been a decrease of 54 students in October 2017. Therefore, the funds for those students are gone. We look to see what Saw Hill, a student council representative, has to say about the matter.
I think the most important thing is that the list that the school board came up with is a prioritized list, and that's assuming the $100 BSA upgrade or increase from the legislator. So I just hope that the legislator increases the BSA so we get all the things in the green. I think the biggest thing I noticed in the red was cutting middle school AVID, and I think that'll have a big impact because AVID was a required class in middle school and it was an elective that everyone took, so I think that'll shift their schedule around.
Next week is going to be full of music and so will JDHS. Musicfest is happening on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. This year, Musicfest is being held here at JD. Students in band, choir, and orchestra from all over Southeast Alaska will gather in one place to get adjudicated. It will be a fun 3 days.
The skiing season is coming to an end, so we're coming to you with the info about Eagelcrest.
Eagelcrest, sadly, is closing for the season. Sunday is the last day Eagelcrest lifts will bring skiers up the mountain this spring. This year's Eagelcrest got a late start into the skiing season. Once it got started, we were in full swing. Are you sad about Eagelcrest closing?
No, because it closes around this time every year, and I could still come up and hike. We had a late start this year, but once we got snow, it was a really good year.
Have you been enjoying the spring skiing?
Yeah, it really softens up the snow and makes it really fun.
What are your hopes for Eagelcrest next year?
A lot of snow, good skiing.
We're ending the year with a snow depth of 77 inches at the top and a total snow to date of 206.1 inches. Although Eagelcrest is closing, we still have the summer to look forward to. During the summer, there's a mountain biking and hiking trails up at Eagelcrest, so be sure to go enjoy those.
As winter sports wrap up, spring sports are just getting started.
Forrest is here with the first soccer results. Take it away, Forrest.
Thanks, Darin. This weekend, the first soccer games took place, with the girls playing TM and the boys traveling to Ketchikan. Staying in Juneau, the girls' varsity played TM and won 5-2 on Friday. The next day, they won again 4-0. The girls pull away with a 2-0 record. Going down to Ketchikan, the boys played Friday and won 3-0. Our condolences to the Kings varsity goalkeeper who broke his leg. We hope for a fast recovery. The next day, varsity won again 3-1, with an unfortunate own goal at the end. Guess you could say we scored all the goals. Nevertheless, the boys also pull away with a 2-0 record. That's all for sports. Back to you.
Thanks.
And now for the calendar.
Friday, April 6th, we have the first Friday, and during that event, the Juneau Community Charter School is hosting an art and music showcase from 4:30 to 6:30.
Saturday, April 7th, the JD dance team is hosting a kids dance clinic where you can learn to dance and go home with a certificate and a t-shirt.
Sunday, April 8th, there is a spring concert being held by the Juneau Symphony in company with the JDHS Chamber Singers.
And finally, April 9th is long-awaited first day of the annual Folk Festival. Be sure not to miss this major community event.
That's it for calendar.
Up next to tell us what to expect to see falling from the sky over the next few days is Theo with the weather.
Thanks, Darin. Let's start off by taking a look at this satellite map. There seems to be some high winds coming in from the south, so things might start to warm up a bit around here. But be careful of flying debris. I can't predict everything that might fall out of the sky. This weekend is the last weekend to go up to Eagelcrest, so get out there and take advantage of the last little bit of snow we see here. Whether you're shredding the slopes or chilling on the couch, let's check out the weather for this upcoming weekend. Today is mostly cloudy with a high of 44 and a low of 34. Tomorrow is going to be sunny with a high of 49 and a low of 31. And Sunday looks like you're going to have to trade out those 6 shades for some rain gear because we're going to have some freezing rain with a high of 44 and a low of 37. Have a great weekend. Now back to you at the desk. Serena?
Thanks, Theo. Looks like it's going to be a great weekend.
And finally today,
So I have 2 items in this bag today that we're going to be putting in this box, and people are going to guess it. The first one will go all right, and the second one will maybe make them a bit more nervous, but we'll see how it goes. So we're here with Mia.
Hi.
So I'm here with Forrest, and he's going to be guessing what's in the box. How do you feel about this?
A little anxious.
Anxious? Yeah. Okay, well, the thing's already in the box, so you can go ahead and, yeah.
Is that an orange?
Wow, that was quick.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it an orange peel?
Wow, how did you?
Really?
Yeah.
I was gonna say an avocado, but it's too long.
Well, yeah, it's an orange peel. We're gonna move on to the next item. I'll come and get it out. Okay, so this one will require you to open a bag, and then you might have to wash your hands after this.
All right. Is it like durian? Oh no.
Okay, found the bag.
Wait.
Oh, and there's stuff in the bag that you have, like something in the bag.
Oh,
and
is it is that slime?
Ooh, it's sticky.
Is that like cookie dough?
kind of.
Oh, kind of. Okay.
Have you found anything?
Yeah, I don't know why, but it feels like a toy poop. It's like
one of those squishy animals, and then like that poop comes out.
Cake batter? Cake batter?
Nope. Really close though.
Oh, no.
wait, I know what this is. It's a Hershey's Kiss.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so those are like Hershey Kisses.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought they were like cones of some sort. So,
How did you guess that?
It was the only cone thing I could think of.
Okay.
What is this?
It's wet dough. No.
can I taste it?
I mean, it's edible, but it's not. Okay, so how do you feel about this?
First one was nice. Smelled pretty. This one's really sticky.
Yeah, you might have to wash your hands.
Oh.
So, any final thoughts about this?
This was fun. You know, like you see like celebrities doing it and you're like, oh, it's not that hard to guess. But then, yeah.
Well, thanks for doing this.
No problem.
Yeah.
Visit our website, jdhsvideo.org.
and don't forget to follow us on Twitter.
Thanks for tuning in. Go Bears.